human rights and innovation. TikTok has repeatedly chosen the path for more control, more surveillance, and more manipulation. Your platform should be banned. We do not trust TikTok.
This growing demographics are people over 35. We spent a lot of time adopting measures to protect teenagers. Many of those measures are firsts for the social media industry. We forbid direct messaging for people under 16, and we have a 60-minute watch time by default for those under 18. We have a suite of family pairing tools so that parents can participate in their teens' experience and make the choices that are right for their family. Now, as TikTok has grown, safety of our users, particularly for teenagers. We were the first to launch a 60-minute watch limit.
My understanding is that teens can pretty easily bypass the notification to continue using the app if they want to. I mean, let's face it, our teens are smarter than we are by half, and they know how to use the technology and they can get around these limits if they want to. Are you measuring how many teens continue to exceed the 60 minutes of time on that app?
We understand
sense how that's working.
We understand those concerns. Our intention is to have the teens and their parents have these conversations about what is the appropriate amount of time for social media. We do want to be leading in terms of
That video was posted 41 days ago. As you can see, it is captioned me as F. At the House Energy and Commerce Committee on March 23rd of this year. This video was posted before this hearing was publicly noticed. I think that's a very interesting point to raise. But more concerning is the fact that it names this chairwoman by name. Your own community guidelines state that you have a firm stance against enabling violence on or off TikTok. We do not allow people to use our platform to threaten or incite violence or to promote violent extremist organizations, individuals, or acts. When there is a threat to public safety or an account is used to promote or glorify off-platform violence, we ban the account. This video has been up for 41 days. It is a direct threat to the chairwoman of this committee, the people in this room, and yet it still remains on the platform. And you expect us to believe that you are capable of maintaining the data security, privacy, and security of 150 million Americans where you can't even protect the people in this room? Mr. Show, that video was posted 41 days ago. As you can see, it is.
Ms. Kamek, my colleague, brought up those two posters, and since then, TikTok has taken them down since then, not before then. Are you aware of that, Mr. Chu?
I was briefed during the break that they are taken down.
Okay. How do you feel about the fact that it was up for apparently 40-some days, 41 days, and yet in the middle of this hearing, it was brought directly to your attention, and as a result, it has been taken down so quickly?
It goes to show the enormous challenge that we have to make sure that although the vast majority of our users come for a good experience, we need to make sure that bad actors don't post violative content.
And the way, Mr. Chu, that you can make sure is that you can make sure that you choose to invest more resources, more money into more ability to pull down damaging and deadly information from your platform. Are you investing more and more and more every day into bringing down that kind of content? That's my question. Are you?
Yes, and I'm committed to investing more in this regard to stay on top of the growth.
What I'd like the witness to acknowledge is that it appears that Ms. Kamek, my colleague, brought up those two posters, and since then, TikTok has taken them down since then, not before then. Are you aware of that, Mr. Chu?
I was briefed during the break that they are taken down.
Okay. How do you feel about the fact that it was up for apparently 40-some days, 41 days, and yet in the middle of this hearing?
Give me a ballpark estimate if you don't precisely know.
Congressman, like I said, as a private company, we are not prepared to disclose our financials in public today.
Can we ask you to get back to us with a ballpark? We're not asking for the precise figures, but to get so the committee can have some understanding of the percentage of TikTok revenue that ByteDance retains?
I understand the question. Respectfully, as a private company, we are not disclosing our financials today.
What percentage of TikTok revenue does ByteDance retain? Just give me a ballpark estimate.
All relative to the data. But the Chinese government has that data. How can you promise that that will move into the United States of America and be protected here?
Congresswoman, I have seen no evidence that the Chinese government has access to that data. They have never asked us. We have not provided.
Well, you know what? I find that actually preposterous.
I have looked in, I have seen no evidence of this happening. And in order to assure everybody here and all our users, our commitment is to move the data into the United States to be stored on American soil by an American company, overseen by American personnel. So the risk will be similar to any government going to an American company asking for data.
You spoke in your opening statement
Uyghur population.
While it's deeply concerning to hear about all accounts of human rights abuse, my role here is to explain what our platform does on this.
It's a pretty easy question. Do you agree that the Chinese government has persecuted the Uyghur population?
Congresswoman, I'm here to describe TikTok and what we do as a platform. And as a platform, we allow our users to freely express their views on this issue and any other issue that matters to them.
Well, you didn't answer the question. Do you agree that the Chinese government has persecuted the Uyghur population?